Hello aspirants, and welcome to today's high-yield explainer for Rungta IAS Academy. I'm your environment faculty, and I'm joined by my colleague from the polity team. Today, we are decoding a highly probable topic for your upcoming UPSC mains. Let's get right into it.
Before we jump into the theory, just take a look at this shocking reality. That is an aerial view of a Bengaluru landfill, literally bleeding into a lake, completely choked with water hyacinth. It is a stark reminder of exactly why India's waste crisis isn't just a minor administrative issue. It is a full-blown national ecological emergency demanding immediate intervention. Exactly. Now, to help you structure your notes perfectly, here is our mains framework for today. First, we'll decrypt the waste crisis, then analyze the 2026 solid waste management rules, look at the flaws of the centralization reflex, compare Gram Sabha versus megacity realities, discuss states as policy laboratories, and wrap up with the mains way forward.
All right, Section 1. Decrypting the waste crisis and its syllabus linkages for UPSC mains. So, grab your notepads because you'll want to map this directly to your syllabus. For GS Paper 3, this is pure environment and ecology, specifically solid waste management. But here's the trick to fetching those top marks. You must cross-link it with GS Paper 2. Think about the functions and responsibilities of the union and the states, and the devolution of powers to local levels. Showing this kind of multidimensional administrative thinking? Well, examiners absolutely love that. Let's move to Section 2, the 2026 SWM rules and its technocratic vision.
So, the government has notified these new rules, which will supersede the older 2016 framework, coming into effect on April 1, 2026. They are enacted under the Environment Protection Act via Article 253. Now, the aims are fantastic, right? Source segregation, a circular economy, digital monitoring, but there's a pretty big catch. Polity faculty, you want to weigh in?
Yes, absolutely. The major flaw here is the heavy reliance on centralization and over-regulation. You are basically taking a local subject like sanitation and imposing a strict centralized blueprint on it. Many constitutional experts view this as a classic case of administrative overreach.
Which brings us nicely to Section 3, flaws of the centralization reflex and the governance deficit. Aspirants, I want you to highlight this golden keyword right now. Subsidiarity. It is a core principle in mature federations, which basically dictates that governmental functions should be performed at the lowest level capable of discharging them effectively. Use this exact term in your answers to forcefully argue that higher-level central intervention is only justified when local competence is demonstrably lacking.
Spot on. And to back that argument up, memorize this brilliant quote from Nobel laureate F.A. Hayek. He said, "Effective decisions depend on dispersed and contextual knowledge of the particular circumstances of time and place." It perfectly sums up the knowledge problem. A uniform policy drafted in an office in New Delhi simply cannot tailor waste solutions to the unique ecology of every single region in India.
Let's look at Section 4, Gram Sabha versus megacity realities, and why we must reject the one-size-fits-all approach.
Just think about India's sheer diversity for a second. Mechanically applying a complex four-stream segregation framework designed for a resource-rich megacity like Mumbai or Delhi to a small gram panchayat, it is administratively unviable. Megacities need specialized metropolitan waste management authorities, heavy state participation, and high-level technical expertise. Panchayats, on the other hand, require Gram Sabha-based awareness, simple cluster-level aggregation, and basic reporting. They are entirely different worlds.
Exactly. Moving on to Section 5, states as policy laboratories and decentralized innovation.
Instead of treating states as mere data entry operators reporting upward on digital portals, we need to empower them to innovate outward. Check out this famous 1932 quote from Justice Louis Brandeis. "A state may serve as a laboratory for novel social and economic experiments." Drop that into your essays. It beautifully argues that the true strength of federalism is letting states test out diverse, localized solutions, like, say, decentralized composting run entirely by women's self-help groups.
Environment faculty. Finally, Section 6, the mains way forward, 5 principles for recast rules.
As a serious aspirant, you can't just point out flaws. You must offer constructive solutions to conclude your answer. So, suggest recasting the rules using these 5 high-yielding pillars. 1. Set minimum national standards, not rigid blueprints. 2. Give states the flexibility to design their own regulatory frameworks. 3. Heavily empower local bodies through genuine capacity building. 4. Ensure predictable, formula-based finance so we avoid unfunded mandates. And 5. Build real citizen accountability by reporting directly to Gram Sabhas and ward committees.
We leave you today with this potential personality test prompt. Imagine you are the district magistrate. How would you implement waste management while balancing these strict central rules with your complex local realities? Ponder over that, interlink your syllabus, and keep studying hard. We will see you in the next explainer.